Hello, good evening. A BBC investigation has revealed that a hospital superbug that's resistant to most antibiotics has been found at 3 places in the West Midlands. One elderly woman died after becoming infected with the bug KPC in Wolverhampton. 10 others were found to be carriers in Stoke-on-Trent and a further 4 in Birmingham. Scientists here are now warning it's becoming increasingly difficult to treat. Here's our health correspondent, Michele Paduano.
This robot at Birmingham University processes thousands of chemicals looking for new ways to fight bacteria, but it's racing against time. Klebsiella pneumoniae carbapenemase, or KPC, resistant to the last major group of antibiotics, has arrived. Scientists say more research is needed.
If we are really serious across the world about tackling this problem, we have to start viewing this in the same way as the high-income countries viewed the AIDS crisis in the 1990s. It's going to take that sort of level of global policymakers' decisions to drive this forward, to really tackle this properly.
So far, 10 patients have been identified as carriers of KPC in Stoke-on-Trent. 2 had infections, but no one died. In Wolverhampton, there have been 2 KPC infections. One, a frail 96-year-old woman, later died, but her KPC was still susceptible to some antibiotics. The microbiologist here, Dr. Mike Cooper, said, so far, Wolverhampton has been lucky. KPC is so difficult to treat because it has an enzyme which sits in an outer layer. As antibiotics try to get into the cell, the enzyme neutralises them. This immunity is now moving into other bacteria. Professor Peter Hawkey is currently investigating multi-drug resistance across England and needs samples from Birmingham and Shropshire.
The problem with the KPC, the carbapenemase type of enzyme, is that destroys the carbapenem antibiotic, and then we're very, very restricted in our antibiotic choice. With 1 or 2 really unsatisfactory antibiotics we have to use.
Scientists believe it's on the increase and we must be vigilant. In Italy, nearly half of all patients infected with KPC are now dying. Michele Paduano, BBC Midlands Today.
The former chairman of Birmingham City Football Club, Carson Young, was jailed for 6 years in Hong Kong today on money laundering charges. He was convicted on Monday of moving more than £55 million between bank accounts between 2001 and 2007. He remains a major shareholder of the club, which is still trying to assess what impact his sentence will have.
We almost feel like we're treading water at times, and the fans are just looking for, some kind of signs that, we have got a bright future. We can sort of, move on to a new era now and get some more sustainable owners, whatever that looks like, into the club.
Police are searching for a 49-year-old man who's failed to answer bail after being arrested in connection with the disappearance of a Coventry teenager. 18-year-old Nicola Payne went missing more than 22 years ago. Earlier this week, police spent 3 days searching part of Coombe Abbey in connection with the case. The man was arrested in December on suspicion of abduction and murder. A Staffordshire zoo has been put up for sale after going into administration earlier this week. Blackbrook Zoo near Leek is on the market for £350,000. It's hoped a sympathetic buyer can now be found so the zoo's collection of 200 species of animals and birds can be saved. Visitor numbers have been declining for the past 2 years.
What we're trying to achieve is to maintain the park, to keep it open and to get somebody new in that's prepared to invest and take the park forward. It's a fantastic facility in the Staffs Moorlands where it's desperately needed, and this together with Alton Towers and the Churnick Valley Railway are brilliant resources for tourism in the area.
A Black Country father's account of his daughter's fight for life is proving to be a big hit on social media. Daisy May Little was born 15 weeks premature, but updates about her progress have since attracted worldwide attention and will even be used to train midwives in future. Bob Hockenall reports.
Daisy May Little wasn't due to arrive in the world until next Thursday, but she's been here for 97 days already.
After the 20-week scan, I just thought, that's it now. We've just got to wait until March and then we get our baby.
Daisy May was born at 25 weeks and had just a 46% chance of survival. Parents Jen and Wayne from Pensnet near Dudley are still waiting for the day when their daughter will be well enough to come home.
It's heartbreaking because every night we have to leave her, and she's becoming more like a baby now, so.
She cries and she doesn't like being left now, does she?
But even though she's still in hospital, little Daisy May has already made a big impression on the world. Dad Wayne started a journal about her progress on Facebook. Unexpectedly, it's become an international hit.
This afternoon we've got something like 10,500 or so followers from Australia, Sweden, North America, Canada, France, everywhere, and they've sent us gifts as well. It's been truly remarkable, that the power of kindness in people's hearts.
Thanks to the hard work of staff at the specialist neonatal unit at Wolverhampton's New Cross Hospital, Daisy May's weight has increased from £1.14 at birth to £4.3.
She has done very well, because I remember very clearly she was a very sick little baby. She wasn't able to breathe by herself, so we had to support her breathing with a ventilator. We had to give her nutrition intravenously. We had to support her blood pressure and also manage infection.
Wayne and Jen's journal has inspired some followers to fundraise. It's also being used as a training tool for midwives. The update they're most looking forward to writing now is news that Daisy May is finally home in her new nursery. Bob Hockenall, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, that's it from the late team this Friday evening. Rebecca Wood is next with the weather. Bye for now.
Good evening. Well, after what has been a rather pleasant day, we've got a calm and quiet night to come tonight. But even though we've got clear skies and temperatures have dipped away, we're going to start to see cloud filling in through the early hours of tomorrow morning. That is going to help to lift temperatures a little bit. So quite a mild night to come, temperatures ranging between 4 and 7 Celsius. But what it does mean is that we've got a rather dull and cloudy start to tomorrow. There will be some drizzle around. Anywhere could see a few spits and spots of rain as well. But slowly we start to pull in milder air from the continent. It's clearer air as well, so some good spells of sunshine to come through the afternoon tomorrow, and we could make it up to 15 Celsius, so not too bad at all. And there's more of the same to come through Sunday. Pleasant spells of sunshine, perhaps a little more cloud to come through the morning. The national forecast is on the way in the next few moments. I'll leave you with an outlook for the next few days.